Hello and welcome to Housing TV News at the top of the hour, coming to you from our studios in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Mary Agiobo. Our top stories. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu pledges state police to fight insecurity. Benue State to rehabilitate forced bandit recruits, not terrorists. Stakeholders seek better pay recognition for artisans at Abuja workshop. And on the foreign scene, United States to stop collecting tariffs ruled illegal. Now the news in detail. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has vowed to establish state police across Nigeria to tackle rising insecurity. Speaking during an interfaith Ramadan and Lent breakfast with the governors at the presidential villa, he reassured Nigerians that his promise from 2023 would be fulfilled. President Tinubu emphasized that security is the foundation of prosperity, saying state police will empower states to protect their citizens while strengthening national security. He urged governors to focus on grassroots communities and deliver hope to all Nigerians. He concluded saying Nigeria will be safer and stronger if everyone commits to making it so. The leadership of the National Assembly has postponed plenary resumption to allow committees conclude work on the 2026 budget defense. Acting Clerk of the House of Representatives Ibrahim Sidi said the delay became necessary as the budget defense by ministries, departments and agencies is yet to be completed. Plenary, earlier scheduled for Tuesday, February 24, 2026, will now resume on Thursday, March 5, 2026 at 11 a.m. The leadership expressed regret over any inconvenience and urged lawmakers to use the period to strengthen discussions on the budget. In another development, 11 Nigerian states and the Federal Capital Territory increased their domestic debt by a combined 373.06 billion naira between December 2024 and September 2025, according to the Debt Management Office. Total subnational domestic debt for all 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory rose modestly from 3.97 trillion naira to 4.00 trillion naira, a 0.88% increase, because 25 other states reduced their borrowings. The contrast between high borrowing states and those caught in debt explains the minimal overall growth, highlighting shifting debt concentrations among Nigerian subnational entities. The Benue State government has clarified that its planned rehabilitation center is meant for youths forcibly recruited into banditry, not repentant terrorists. Director General of the Benue State Peace and Reconciliation Commission, Josephine Haba, says claims that the facility would house terrorists are misleading. She explained that many youths in the Sankera axis, covering Katsina Ala, Ukum, and Logo local government areas were abducted or coerced into criminal gangs. Following a profiling of over 1,800 individuals, more than 1,170 were found to have no prior criminal record, while over 400 have expressed willingness to abandon crime. Meanwhile, the DDR Center in Anyin, Logo local government will provide psychological support, vocational training, and start-up kits to aid reintegration. Abba further stressed that the program excludes Boko Haram members and external militants. The state's comprehensive peace plan will be unveiled at a summit on February 25, 2026. In another development, the Benue State Governor Hyacinth Alia has welcomed a team of forensic pathologists from the Federal Ministry of Justice to Yele Wata to gather evidence following the recent killings in the community. According to a statement by his technical advisor on media, Chief Solomon Iopev, the move follows the February 2, 2026 arraignment of 9 suspects before Justice Joyce Abdul-Malik of the Federal High Court, Abuja, where the court emphasized the need for forensic evidence to ensure a fair trial. Represented by Air Commodore Jacob Bamwan and Attorney General Professor Yangien Ogunga, the governor assured the team of full cooperation and urged residents to remain calm as efforts continue to ensure justice is served. We take a pause here, and up next, a news story from the build sector. Do stay with us.
This is Housing TV Africa on YouTube and click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to Housing TV Africa to stay updated on latest happenings in Nigeria's housing sector. Follow our social media pages, like and share our posts. On Facebook, Housing TV Africa. On Twitter, Housing TV Africa. Instagram, Housing TV Africa.
Welcome back. Glad to have you join us on Housing TV News at the hour. Now to the build sector. The 6th Construction Artisan Upskilling and Employability Workshop kickstarted on Monday, bringing together artisans, builders and key stakeholders in the construction industry who have called for improved wages, welfare and recognition of artisans. Our correspondent, Dorcas Chia, has the details.
We are live here at the Old Parade Ground, Gariki, Abuja, where the Construction Artisan Upskilling and Employability Workshop is taking place. This is part of the 6th Construction Artisan Award. This event has brought builders and artisans from all walks of life who have come to develop their skills, get certifications, and tackle issues in the housing sector. Reporting for Housing TV Africa is Dorcas Chia.
This is Housing TV Africa on YouTube and click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to Housing TV Africa to stay updated on latest happenings in Nigeria's housing sector.
Stakeholders in Nigeria's construction sector have called for improved wages, welfare, and recognition for artisans at the 2026 Construction Artisan Upskilling and Employability Workshop. Convener of the awards, Builder Anthony Okwa, said the event aims to instill pride, promote quality standards, and provide networking and certification opportunities. He urged artisans to obtain certifications to assess better job prospects.
Construction Artisans Awards is instilling a sense of pride in the artisans and the skills, quality consciousness. The desire to improve, to give of their best, is a lifelong benefit. It also helps them to network amongst their peers and to be connected to prospective employers. They will have the opportunity, because like I said, the National Board for Technical Education is closely monitoring this process. They certify the regulation process. The Nigerian Institute of Building, which is the awarding body, those of them who are found competent will get skills qualification certificates that are internationally recognized. And of course, you know, if you have certification for your skills, it's a passport that can take you anywhere. So that by itself is beyond any other reward that we can give to them. You need to recognize the fact that artisans, without artisans, we have no homes, no shelter. And shelter, like you know, is a basic need. If you want quality housing, you need to patronize quality artisans, certified and registered by the appropriate bodies that recognize them.
The Executive Director, Housing Development Advocacy Network, Festus Adebayo, emphasized the vital role artisans play in national development, stating that trained masons, carpenters, plumbers and electricians are key to building safe and durable homes and deserve better pay.
Behind every safe, every durable home is a trained mason, a trained carpenter, a trained plumber, a trained electrician, whose skill determines the strength of our cities. Once you don't do it well, our city will be shaken. So that I call for better treatment for you. Better wages. You know, they were expected to clap for you.
Technical Manager Builder Lawrence Gabriel Mange revealed the partnership with the National Board for Technical Education, where artisans will be assessed under the National Skills Qualification Framework and awarded NSQ Level 2 and Level 3 certificates for the first time at the event.
Now the Ministry of Education, through the National Board for Technical Education, have instituted what we call the National Skills Qualification Framework. And under that framework, artisans are now assessed by trained assessors and then awarding bodies for different skill sectors award them certificates based on competence. So it's not a cash and carry thing. Now that's a very laudable step by the Ministry of Education. What does that mean? Anybody who gets that certificate in Nigeria as an artisan, it tells you the level of his competence, whether he's at level 1, that's like a helper, so that also informs what you pay him at that level. At level 2, he's like a semi-skilled artisan, so he can do some work with very little or no supervision, so that again informs how much you pay him. So it's like that up to level 9. So that certificate is currently available, and I happily want to say that for this Construction Artisans Awards, this will be the first time from the other editions we've held that all the artisans who register for this competition will be assessed or have even been assessed and will be issued the NSQ level 2 minimum and level 3 for the NSQ certificate.
Corporate partners like Sinoma Materials Limited, represented by country head of sales Nwankwo Dan, is sponsoring the 6th edition and advocated improved welfare for artisans. The national president of the Association of Professional Plumbers of Nigeria, Saliu Oshundele, also called for collaboration between developers and artisans to improve welfare and eliminate poor workmanship.
And I believe that with this umbrella, it will go a long way to bring awareness of the body of the artisans.
We are using this opportunity to beg them, to appeal to them, to help us to increase the payment in the building. Because we have already make ourselves mandatory. We train youth artisans to become competent and professional plumbers. We also retrain the plumbers that are not yet competent to be competent plumber.
Artisans who spoke expressed enthusiasm to upskill and called for better wages and recognition, describing the workshop as a step towards greater professionalism in the industry.
Yes, as an electrician, we undergo so many challenges because we are under this, we are artisans, we are just craftspeople, because maybe we did not pass through the educational level, so they tend to underpay us because we don't have certificates to show that we are competent in what we do. So it's a very big challenge to us, which is really not okay. By us, definitely, because they really underpay us, but we actually do this work even way better than people that graduated from schools.
So what I want to say on this is that in Nigeria, some people see artisans as when they need them, they call them to come out and do work for them. So what they give them as their workmanship is very low. Is very low. So in the respect of that, so we artisans, we need to upgrade ourselves to come out and suffocate yourself that okay, you are a masters in your field and in your trade. So in the respect of that, they won't downgrade you that okay, you are not qualified for this or whatever. Maybe you have a client or somebody called you to come out and do work for them, so at least you will prove yourself. By doing that, to pay you to not be a difficult thing. If maybe they call you for something now to come out and do this service, and you're now talking, and maybe you have been working there since maybe 4 or 5 hours. So at the end of the day, what they pay you is just a token. You'll be looking at, I've been working since morning. I'm not, this is not what it's supposed to give me. So in the respect of all this, so at least in Nigeria, let's just try it and do more.
To be honest, we are underpaid, but unquote, having said that, it depends on how you present yourself and you selecting your clients. Because why did I say that? If you're presenting yourself as a, even though you know what you're doing as a plumber, but if you're presenting yourself as a quack or maybe somebody who is not a kind of how will I put it, competent, so they will underpay you.
The 3-day event, which commenced on the 23rd of February 2026 and will conclude on the 25th of February 2026 at the Old Parade Ground, Gariki, Abuja, is a side event of the Construction Artisans Awards, Nigeria Skills Expo.
Moving on to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu directed that the 1,550 units Nigerian Army housing project in Abuja be completed within 2 to 3 months, targeting commissioning by late March or early April. Minister of Housing and Urban Development Ahmed Musa Danjiwa stated that the project is part of the administration's renewed hope agenda, aimed at providing more than fully serviced barracks to enhance military personnel welfare and operational effectiveness. The development handled by Brains and Hammers Estate Company includes 1 to 3 bedroom bungalows, roads, schools, religious centers, shopping facilities, sport areas, and clinics. A 6.5-kilometer dualized access road linking the estate to Kubwa Highway is also underway, improving connectivity and stimulating surrounding development. The project is jointly implemented by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Development and the Federal Housing Authority, with close supervision to ensure timely delivery. The Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development has organized an awareness seminar on annual data protection and compliance audits for its directors, in line with the Nigeria Data Protection Act 2023. Described by the ministry as a landmark in Nigeria's digital governance framework, the NPDA imposes clear obligations on public and private institutions to safeguard personal data, promote accountability, and strengthen trust in the digital ecosystem. In his opening remarks, Permanent Secretary Dr. Shuaib Belgore urged staff to adopt a strong culture of data accountability, stressing that protecting information is both a legal and moral duty. He noted that the seminar highlights how proper data management fosters professionalism and public trust, while lapses could have serious consequences for both the ministry and citizens. Dr. Marcus Amionoleme, head of the ministry's ICT department, emphasized that safeguarding data is crucial to protecting the dignity, privacy, and trust of Nigerians. He urged all units to align with established data protection standards to ensure the ministry's ICT systems remain secure. And on the foreign scene, United States Customs and Border Protection says it will stop collecting tariffs imposed under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act after the Supreme Court ruled them illegal. The court held that President Donald Trump exceeded his authority by imposing global tariffs without congressional approval, stressing that emergency powers do not grant unlimited trade authority. The suspension takes effect from 12 a.m. today. However, the ruling applies only to specific global tariffs struck down by the court. That's the much we can take on Housing TV News at the hour, but before we go, let's take a recap of our top stories. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu pledges state police to fight insecurity. Benue State to rehabilitate fourth bandit recruits, not terrorists. Stakeholders seek better pay recognition for artisans at Abuja workshop. And on the foreign scene, United States to stop collecting tariffs ruled illegal. For more news on housing sector, subscribe to Housing TV Africa on YouTube and follow Housing TV on all social media platforms. Download the Housing TV Africa mobile app on Google Play Store and Apple Store. Many thanks for watching. I am Mary Agiobo. Bye for now.